apparent decline of Joe Biden. You said you're a member of the inner circle and you never saw the decline. And after that, I wrote, how? Yep. You even write, Karine, that you were on the plane with him going to the debate and you didn't see anything.
As for Karine Jean-Pierre, it's like, look, what are you doing? What's really going on here? You're selling a book. Now, I guess what it is, what would be the best way you could say it? I guess the way it is that she needs to sell a book that makes it look like she was a good guy, right? She can't sell a book like, I really did know and I should have told people and everything else, because then she'll never get a gig anywhere else. So she has to defend the thing that nobody else is willing to defend. And it's ironic because now she's on a press tour getting hit about it, which is very similar to exactly what happened to Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper, a quote unquote journalist who did not talk about all of the things that you saw with Joe Biden the entire time, then writes a book about it, how he had nothing to do with it, and suddenly everyone knew about it and all those things, and then gets hit on the press tour. So it's actually a beautiful thing, because that's like the truth gets out there one way or another. But she continues. Oh, and we should mention that I don't like the new haircut. What do you think? No one's into it. We like the crinkly. We like the crinkly hair, lady. The straight hair, it's just not working for you. Anyway, she went on CBS Mornings show with Gayle King, and it continued.
The apparent decline of Joe Biden. You said you're a member of the inner circle and you never saw the decline. And after that, I wrote, how? Yep. You even write, Karine, that you were on the plane with him going to the debate and you didn't see anything.
Well, when we were on Air Force One going to the debate, you got to remember his campaign people were on the team, his family was on the team. I actually was one of those rare trips that I didn't really see him until after the debate, even though I was on the plane. So really, I want everybody to know that I take this question incredibly seriously. I do. I was his White House press secretary, which means I had a role that saw him practically every day and traveled with him.
And you saw nothing.
For more than 95%. We've always said, we're not going to say, oh, he didn't age. He aged. And he poked fun at it. We always owned up. And with age comes what happens when you get older.
Which is?
But when we talk about the mental acuity, and again, I take this very, very seriously. I never saw anyone who wasn't there. I saw someone who was always engaged. I saw someone who understood policy, pushed us on the policy, and also understood history. And there were times, I'll tell you the story, there were times where he would call me into the Oval Office, and I would be like, oh no, because I knew whatever he was going to ask me was going to be direct, was going to be about a story he read, about how we're pushing back, how we're pushing a message forward.
And you write about...
Oh, it was just that you didn't get enough time with him on the plane to the debate. Had you had those extra few minutes, then you would have realized. We all knew it. I mean, it's hard to remember because it was back in June of 24. It seems like a long time ago. But you remember watching that debate. We all went into that debate going, can Biden do this? Is there any chance he can do it? And from the get-go, it was an utter disaster. And Jake Tapper rescued him several times. The whole thing was a disaster.